Hey, it's Theo, and thank you for joining me. And today we have the Warrior review. There's only one class left in Rogue, which is next week. But if you want to see all the other reviews I've done, you can find a playlist for them in the description. Now let's get started with the quest as always, which is Enter the Lost City. 1 mana as always, survive 10 turns. Reward Latorvius, Gaze of the City, which is a 5 mana 8/8. Battlecry, get 2 random Journey to Ungoro. Quest rewards, shuffle the rest into your deck, so that's 9 total, so you shuffle 7. And those Journey to Ungoro quest rewards, they were pretty good at the time, but I'd say most of them wouldn't be very good right now, besides the Time Warp for obvious reasons. Now I think the main card this card can be compared to is Kill Jaden, because also, yeah, that basically requires you to go past turn 10 before you play it. But this one instead has those quests instead of demons. And I'm not sure how good the comparison is for this card because Kil'jaeden keeps scaling, of course. But yeah, you do lose your deck. While this one you get to keep your deck. And just like Kil'jaeden also, yeah, this card also is pretty useless in most matchups. And yeah, I'm not entirely convinced you can play this as a Wincon in like a control warrior deck. And Kil'jaeden isn't even being played that much in the warrior right now. So yeah, I don't think this quest is too strong. So I'll be giving it 2 stars. Then one of the cards we can maybe use with surviving with the quest is the Latorvian Armorer, a 3 mana 3/3. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to an enemy minion. If it dies, gain 5 armor. So yeah, it's a nice armor gain that this card has, but it's only deal 2 and the minion has to die. And 2 damage nowadays, it's not a lot. Like most minions feel like they have at least 3 health. And then yeah, this card isn't doing very much. On turn 3, you often rather play other cards than this. And well, yeah, if it does work nicely on like a 3/2 right to kill a minion, gain 5 armor, gain a 3/3, it's solid, but yeah, that's the ideal situation. And then if this card doesn't kill anything, it's really bad. It feels like you don't really want to attach your armor gain to a card that doesn't always work. And then yeah, again, the 5 armor is nice, but I don't feel like it's most of the time going to be worth running this card. But still, I'll give it 2 stars. It still is a 3 mana minion that deals damage and gives you armor, so I feel like it can still see a little bit of play. Then the next card we have is Fortify, another 3 mana card, this time a spell. Gain 3 armor, deal damage equal to your armor to an enemy minion. So yeah, this is pretty much Shield Slam, but for 2 mana more and you gain 3 armor instead. And yeah, Shield Slam, it's being played right now in like Hydration Warrior, but yeah, it's been cut from other lists before. I think I've seen some lists even running 1 Shield Slam, so Shield Slam not particularly strong at the moment. And this card, yeah, for 2 mana more, you get 3 armor, and yeah, 3 armor is not worth 2 mana. You can hero power instead, of course, which is 2 armor, and hero powering feels pretty bad, so you definitely don't want to be spending your mana on gaining 3 armor instead. And well, yeah, you could see this as like a third 4 shield slab. Again, it's not a card you really want more copies of in your deck. Just single target removal isn't as strong as it used to be. Doesn't seem to be a card you want to be putting in your deck, so I'll be giving this card 1 star. And the next card we have is a little bit better, I'd say. It's Shell Nado, a 4 mana spell. Spend up to 5 armor. For each spend, deal 1 damage to all minions. So this is a bit like Reckless Flurry and Shield Shatter. It's 5 damage AoE if you have the armor, but then you'll lose it, of course. And also this is 5 times a Whirlwind, so it's really good with dealing with Divine Shields, Death Rattle, Reborn, that kind of stuff. So that makes it a lot better than a lot of other AoEs. Just what Warrior needs, because it was really lacking in the AoE department. We've had Brawl, which is a 2014 clear, and the Hostile Invader, and that's pretty much it right now in terms of AoE for Warrior. And the one downside to this card, though, is that they do need to spend the armor, and it can't always be as easy. Yeah, there's safety goggles, but you also kind of want to use it early with a Hostile Invader, or you can maybe use it with Shield Block, but that is turn 6. And of course, the later it gets, the worse a card like this gets. And while I'm saying it's really good, I don't think it's quite as good as, say, Shield Shatter or Sanitize when it was 4 mana. Some will be giving this a very good 4-star rating. The next card we have is another armor gain card. It's the Wind Peak Worm, an 8 mana 6/6 dragon. Battlecry, deal 5 damage and gain 5 armor. Kindred, cost 3 less. So you need to play the dragon the turn before, and yeah, that means it only goes into Dragon Warrior decks. It's definitely not worth it as an 8 mana card, but as a 5 mana card, I'd say it's pretty good. Though, yeah, downside is you need to play it in a Dragon Warrior deck, and Dragon Warrior isn't particularly good, so that's a big downside, because that's the only deck you can play this card in. But yeah, the card by itself just looks good, right? It is 5 mana 6/6 and deal 5 damage and gain 5 armor. That's just really good in like any Dragon Warrior deck you're playing. Just yeah, outside of that, yeah, you're not gonna be playing it. So solid card overall in Dragon Warrior. So I'll be giving this 3 stars. Then we have a new weapon, the Axe of the Forefathers, a 3 mana 2/2. After hero attacks, deal 1 damage to all minions. So this is pretty much like the old card, Blood Eraser. And that was a pretty solid card at the time. And this is basically, yeah, the same card at 1 mana less. And yeah, that definitely makes it better. But also, yeah, there aren't as many upsides, I'd say, nowadays to just dealing 1 AoE damage as there used to be. Minions are just stronger, and yeah, you don't have that many Enrage effects anymore either. Although we'll get to some more Enrage cards in a little bit. But as a control card, just seems okay. Like these kind of cards just, yeah, don't clear enough anymore nowadays. But as an Enrage card, yeah, this looks pretty good, right? This is exactly what you want. Just easy ways to set up those whirlwinds to damage your minions and benefit from those Enrage effects. So I think this is a pretty solid card for those decks, and I'll be giving this 3 stars. Now we have a new spell, which is the City Defenses, a 4 mana summon 2/06 security with taunt. They gain +1 attack, 1 damage, so those are these steadfast securities. And yeah, this is a lot of health for 4 mana, right? 12 health you have to get through. But we've seen before with like these kind of taunts, right? We've seen it in Hunter and Druid, right? They can cheat out like 2 4s, 2 5s. And yeah, those cards don't really seem that good when you have to pay full price for them. And I'd say these 0/6 minions are pretty close to the value of those cards. So yeah, this makes this card not so good. Like, yeah, it's a lot of taunts, but there's a good chance it just doesn't really influence the board very much. Well, there's some synergy with yeah, whirlwind effects. I don't think it's really worth running those cards for this one. Like, just 1 attack isn't really worth damaging this card. And this card just has 0 attack to start with, so it doesn't even deal with the board. There's some big minions, so yeah, seems pretty weak overall, but still, it is 12 health. In terms of taunts, I don't want to completely write it off, so I'll be giving this card 2 stars. And let's get to the Enrage cards for Warrior. First of all, we have the Stone Carver, 2 mana, 1/4. At the end of your turn, give a random friendly damage minion +2/+2. So I think it can count itself because it doesn't say another friendly minion. So if you damage this will be a 2 mana 3/5 with a whirlwind effect. So yeah, 2 mana 3/5, well, not the worst, but also not the best with yes, the situational nature this card has. And another issue this card has is just there aren't that many enraged cards in the standard right now. We have 1 more, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna break an enraged deck. And yeah, this you really want to be playing in like a tempo enraged deck, and yeah, I don't think the cards are there for it. The card itself, if there was a kind of deck for that, it's okay. Like, it's a 4 health minion that buffs other minions. That can be really annoying early on, right? We can see the like aggro priest with Shadow Ascendant. So I don't want to completely say this card is bad, right? Because I don't think the card is bad. That's just, yeah, nothing I feel like in standard that's worth really running this with. So I'm giving this card 2 stars. Maybe in the future when there's more enraged cards, this will be played. Then let's move on to the other enraged card, which is Nablia, the Watcher. A 6 mana 5/7 Battlecry. Summon copies of your damaged minions. Give the copies rush. So yeah, this is the other enraged card, and again, the lack of enraged cards in standard right now, yeah, makes this a lot worse. But of course, you don't necessarily need to play this in an enraged deck. You can copy anything. But yeah, it is 6 mana on copying minions, and this card can be really hard to combo with anything. And this does feel like a combo card, right? Because just copying 1 damaged minion, unless it's like exactly towards alarm 5 into this, then yeah, it takes quite a while to set up. Then I'm not even sure what you want to combo with this for this card to be worth it. But there just aren't many decks right now that really play many minions on board that you then get damaged and then get copied. So I'll be giving this card 2 stars. I just don't really see it being played a lot right now, but maybe in the future with better enraged cards, this will see some play. And then the last card we have is the Story of Sophiros. 5 mana fire spell. Swap your hero power to deal 8 damage to a random enemy. After 2 uses, swap back. So you get twice the Ragnar's hero power, and then you have to spend 4 mana to use both charges. So it's 9 mana, deal 16, which isn't too bad, but you're playing this in a warrior deck, and yeah, warrior isn't too much focused on damage unless you're playing like a mech warrior, but then yeah, you rather spend mana on mechs. They're just way more efficient in dealing damage. And yeah, this one though, yeah, you can play the like control deck to have some damage, because like the control warriors are lacking in damage, but it's really slow. You really need to stay at face, right? This is not a card you want to be playing just to clear a minion. That's pretty inefficient. So you really want to use this as a face card, but I don't think it's gonna be good in many decks. Just yeah, again, maybe you can build your deck a bit around it, but it seems like way too much work because you kind of need an empty board for this card to work. So yeah, I don't think you want to be playing this card, just too expensive for what it does. So I'll give this card 1 star. And these are all the warrior cards we've got. Do you think Control Warrior is getting a big upgrade, or do you not have any faith in the quest? Because I'm not entirely convinced by the quest yet, and yeah, same with the Enrage stuff. Oh yeah, they look like decent cards. I just feel like there's no deck for them to really go into. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and until next time.